Hello guys, and welcome to another video. My name is Sawyer Cloud. I am a full-time illustrator living in Madagascar. I make videos about my art journey and self-development as a creative living in a developing country, and so I share my journey here and some tips based on my own experience. So if it's something that you'd be interested in, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. And yeah. So today I'm going to talk about how I earn money as an online artist, or in other words, I'm gonna share with you my income journey. My voice may sound a bit weird because I'm recording this audio like at midnight, and I'm trying to not making too much noise, because my mom's room is just near, so yeah. Anyways, I hope you're all fine. So first, maybe I need to give some contextualization of my life, because as I told you, I live in Madagascar. For those who don't know, where is that place? It's an island in the Indian Ocean, and I work as an online artist for about 3 years now. I jumped into freelancing world 3 years ago, and I've had before that I've had many different jobs, and it took me time before deciding to become a full-time illustrator, which is my dream. And I'm still building my own career even today. So yeah, I'm happy to share with you my very small experience. So it took me a few years before finding a good income flow. I obviously am not yet that successful artist, like a very rich person, but I feel like there is still that a certain achievement in my career financially. So I'm happy to share with you that. Where to start? Even before deciding to become a full-time illustrator, when I was still a student at university, I've already worked on some freelancing platforms, just to dive slowly into that illustration world. And so I work on some platforms, very popular platforms such as Upworks or Fiverr, or what else, Freelancer, and many others. So I tried many different platforms. Unfortunately, none of them worked because of many reasons, and most of the issues are related to my geographical position or my country. And I've had few projects on Upwork. I'm sure you know that platform. You all know that platform. It's a very popular one that many freelancers use. So I've had few projects, but none of them was worth more than $50 or something like that. But the issue was related to the payment method, because in my country we don't have PayPal that is working. I mean, we cannot receive money to our PayPal accounts from here because we are not supported, our country is not supported by PayPal yet. So I've had many issues because of that PayPal thing, because most of the very popular freelance platforms are all related to PayPal, so I've had many disadvantages because of that. I couldn't get paid from most of those platforms, so I struggled a lot, but I could manage to create a Payoneer account, which is the only one that is working from here, from Madagascar, and so I used that to receive some money. But yeah, it was not obvious. It was very difficult to manage, and it was very expensive as well, because whenever I make an action from where I am, I need to pay something. So yeah, it was a bit difficult. But it was not the hardest part of working on platforms, because sometimes, most of the times, when you live in a small country, in a very not popular country such as Madagascar, you tend to be considered as a scammer or a spam, or I think scammer is the right word for that, because people don't know you that much, and even the name of a country sounds suspicious. So yeah, and the other big issue is the fact that our country doesn't support many platforms, online platforms, so we had that dysfunction. Anyways, so I worked on freelancing platforms for a few months, or at least a year, but I was rejected by Upwork, which was the only one where I actually received some money, some dollars. But I was rejected because I didn't make many clients, and they considered me as a scam. And so they closed my profile, which was very unfortunate, because I still needed money. I mean, I still need money today, but at the time I had a very hard day job, which wasn't paid that much, so I needed some extra money monthly, and yeah. But anyways, so as I told you, it took me a few years before finding the right balance, and I had to do many things, but I think it would be in another topic, because today I want to focus only on the money thing. Yeah, let's talk about money. So how I earn money as an online artist since October 2018, which is last year. It's very recent, and before that, just to put you in the context, before that I already worked as an online artist, but I had a full-time position remotely in a company making children's books. So it was about 1 year and a half, I think, nearly 2 years. So I worked for that company for more than a year, and so it was more like a full-time job for me, because I was in my office, and I had a boss, I had a team, and so it was already an online job, but it wasn't my personal career. So I prefer starting talking about my income journey from October 2018. And so basically, how I earn money since that time is making children's books. Yeah, this is my basic job. I work with independent publishers. So they are my own clients, and we have contract based. How to say that? We work per contract. I mean per book project, and so I get paid per project. We have like a payment schedule for a certain time, for a certain period, until the project is done. So yeah, that's it. I work with independent publishers, and since a few months ago, I think it was in March if my memory is good, I started to work with an agency specializing in children's books. So they provide me works from traditional publishers. Traditional publishers are how to describe them? They are the big ones, the big publishers, the very popular publishers that everyone knows, and so they have a more consequent budget normally, but since the COVID thing, everything has changed. But theoretically, they are the ones who provide you with interesting budget for a children's books project. And so I have my own clients who are all independent publishers, and I also have an agent who work with me for traditional publishing. And so basically these are most of my monthly incomes. It comes from children's book projects. Apart from that, I also get small commissions. They are partly from my local followers. I mean, my followers in Madagascar. Because I don't know, because this is it. Most of these commissions are like portraits gift, or like family portraits. Mostly they are just like gifts that people want to give to their loved ones, or that they want to give to themselves, to reward themselves for being a nice human, I guess. They are mostly, those kind of clients are mostly my local followers on social media. Apart from that, I also get some commissions to make character designs or storyboarding sometimes. I have some of these kinds of commissions locally, but also from the outside, like internationally, like the children's book I have. And these are, for example, for people who want to make advertisement and they need storyboarding, or also people who need some help to develop a character for a book, for example. And yeah, I get this kind of commissions sometimes from my other online artist friends who need some help, maybe to develop a character for a book they are assigned to, for example. And yeah, I also get some logo design and branding commissions sometimes. Not very often, because I'm not a designer. I rather consider myself as an illustrator, like fully an illustrator. My fiance is a designer, so I can see the difference. I'm very bad at composition and stuff. There are some basic notions that we both share as creatives, but we can definitely see the difference in the skills. So I don't consider myself as a graphic designer. I didn't have the education for that, so I don't do branding commissions, but I've had one. It happened once actually, when I just started during my first year of freelancing. So it was my first project. I had to make a branding for a small tea shop in Australia. So yeah, it was my very first project. I was desperately looking for a job, and so this was the first project that came to me, and I accepted. And hopefully the client wanted something more illustrative, how to say that, with more illustration in it, so it wasn't very uncomfortable to make, so I'm quite proud of the works I've done for that client. And yeah, next thing, how I earn my money is also by being assigned to some projects, but this happens mostly in Madagascar, like locally. For example, I'm assigned to a 2D animation project for a spot or an advertisement or a book trailer or something like that. It happened twice or once, I don't remember exactly. I think it happened twice. I've been working on a short animation with an advertisement company, and another short animation for a book trailer, for Malagasy book trailer. And so yeah, these are the two first projects I've had in animation, and it came from Madagascar, my country, so I'm kind of proud for that. Yeah, I also get sometimes books project from companies or association. Those are the kind of more like educational book, and it happened once or twice, but I don't really, I mean, I love illustrating and working on different themes and different projects, but I'm never very comfortable with institutional book projects, because I feel like it limits, how to say that, it gives many limits to my creativity. Yeah, that's it, because there are many people involved and most of them are not creative, so it's kind of frustrating, and I'm not very comfortable with that. So hopefully I stopped receiving that kind of projects. It happened to me like once or twice as well, I think, and yeah, but I know that many of my local artist friends have this kind of project, and there are many. Actually, this is the kind of project that is the most very common here in Madagascar, because we have many associations and companies that need some tools for their activities. And yeah, so hopefully this is a job for someone else, and yeah, it's good. It's just not my thing, but it's a job. Yeah. And lastly, how I earn money as an online artist is from people's support. So I've been on Patreon for 4 years now, and today I have 17 patrons. I don't earn a lot of money on Patreon, but it's more like a passive income that I'm trying to grow slowly. I don't want to rush my Patreon page, because I'm trying to build a relationship with those people who support me, because it matters a lot for me, not just for the money, but really personally. I feel happy, I feel great to know that there are people who believe in me and who give me their money without asking anything in return. Obviously, I give some rewards for my patrons, but I think it's more than that. It's more like an engagement for someone when you believe in that person so much. And I know that feeling because I also am a patron for other artists, so yeah, it feels great to be supported. And yeah, my plan for my Patreon income is to save it until it becomes a consequent amount, and will help me to travel because I want to travel so much. I've never been out of my island and I want to start traveling. I want to see the world. I really love my island, but it's just like sometimes I feel like it's a prison, and it's so ironic that I work online and that I know so many people online that know me as well, and yet I've never been physically out of here. And it's funny, but it's also a bit sad. But I'm not giving up. I'm saving that Patreon money for that, and I'm working hard to grow it and to water it so that it grows slowly. Yeah, guys, I think these are the most common things that help me getting monthly income as an online artist. I think that's all I wanted to say today. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you want to support me, you can go to my Patreon. I give some interesting rewards monthly. It's not the most important thing, but if you feel like you want to support me, please feel free. I'll be there. I'll send you a message. You can also contact me if you have any question, if you want an advice or something. I'll be happy to respond to your message. And yeah, I try to be consistent and post weekly on YouTube. I know it's not easy because I have so many works to do, but I like being here and sharing my word with you. I hope you're fine. Please stay safe and enjoy the process. Yeah, I'm sending you many kisses and telling you next time, bye.